rise to the calling. The Wandering Minstrel seeks an adventurer both willing and able to help the finishing touches for this year's Rising ceremony celebrations. Where I see ceremonies there. Of all the coincidence, I hardly believe it. It was just this very moment I was reminiscing of the time when you lent me your strength. 12 months passed. I see. I again find myself in pressing need of adventure's aid, just as I did last Rising. Oh, if only Hikari was here, I thought to myself. And here you are. Well then, what do you say? Shall we clasp arms once more? My thanks. The matter is this. I have been approached by a lady named Yo-Yo, who wishes to imprint her own inimitable mark upon the skies above Limsa. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illuminate these rising nights. To learn of my contributions to this year's festival, she has enlisted me to her cause. We have already heard of the years of the organizing committee. However, Lady Yo-Yo has expressed a strong desire to consult with a storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to the Yellow Jacket's guardhouse at the base of the Coral Tower, and I will introduce you. Lady Yo-Yo, one storied adventurer as promised. Let's know the 12 upon ye. My name is Yo-Yo. Cannoneer first class with the Yellow Jackets. It's an honor to have ye aboard. I mentioned that it's the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festival, not only decorating these fair Limsa streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks to brighten the skies above them. Lady Yo-Yo here is quite the savant in all things incendiary and explosive, so it falls upon to her to formulate the plans for this displaying crowning glory. Me and the other... God damn it. Me and the other lasses of the canyon are whipping up a whole load of lovely little drakes, snakes, and devils for the Moonfire Fair. This is more of the same. We've got to cut it for the Rising. Oh God, this is so painful. Because all remembering all those we lost to Camity, ain't it? Them and them deserve something special, mighty specialer than a bunch of old bangers. An admirable sentiment, I'm sure, would not do for our ode to such classic memories to be anything less than memorable. Let us make this year's Rising one of citizens of the fair realm will not soon forget. Took the words out of me doubt, dearie. Thing is, haven't hardly set a foot outside of Limsa in all me days. I don't reckon I am the best place to know what's going through the minds of citizens of this far realm. So you would pick an adventurer's brain, one who has journeyed far and wide to the land we love, and know it and its people intimately. I don't know about intimately, but... Yet, before we call upon your particular wisdom, may it behoove us to seek a wider range of opinions. Many and more look to the skies this coming rising night, and the thoughts of those that run through those minds are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them. Sound like a plan. Mind if I join you, dearie? Could use some more learning these thoughts myself. Right then. We're to start asking around. There are a lot of outsiders gathered, I reckon. How about we meet in the Aetherite Plaza down in the lower decks? While you two are engaged, allow me to continue our discussions with the organizing committee. I await you by the after castle. This pirate speak is like gargling on gravel when I try to speak. Ugh. I don't even think I got it close to correct, but it's best you're getting out of me. For those unfamiliar with how Final Fantasy XIV works, the Limsa Aetherite Plaza is kind of a large gathering point in this game, especially for those at lower levels. You see the lights down in Aka's Alley, dearie? Decorations for the festival they are. Even every year, when the streets are all decked out for the rising, me heart fills with, well, all kinds of feelings, sorrow, pride, regret. Enough about me. We came here to find out what the other folk feel about it. Let's split up and head down the alley. A few likely-looking customers each. We're on a schedule here, so don't go asking every soul you see. 4 or 5 should do ya. I'll meet you down at the ferry docks when you're done. Welcome, welcome. May I interest you this fine evening? Information, is it? Well, if you must know, the whizzing and banging that fills the air this season always takes me back to my time just before the calamity struck. Great festival was held in the reformation of the grand companies. People in the streets were hooting and hollering and setting up fire sprouts and all the ships in bay. Now bedocked in the maelstrom's colors, let loose their cannons. It seems foolish now, knowing what would soon befall us. But to all that noise served a purpose nonetheless, to drown out the fear that ever whispered in our ears. My firm belief that the rising fireworks serve the same purpose even now. They present a vision of loveliness, of togetherness, that we might forget our fears and give hope for a brighter future. Streets are full of light, the skies are full of fire, and the westerly winds filled our seafaring sails with our hearts. I could have picked a better time to come home. You a sailor too, are you? And with fireworks, you say? Good on you, lass. I've had a few memories of back then. Got an ear to hear them. I'm a merchant seaman, you see. Always sailing here and thither across the waves. Just got back from a trip of Razahan when the calamity struck. Everyone was looking up at the sky, and that lonesome lantern was hanging low in it. Like most folks, I remember much what happened in the days before or after it fell, but I'll never forget those faces. That's what I love so much about the fireworks, you see. The same faces looking up, this time with a smile, remembering ye not only the bad times, but how we got over them. Misty Eyes Sea Gazer. Can you see them too, my love? You're involved with the fireworks and want to know what I think of them? Well, I'm just wondering if they can be seen far out in the offing, you know. Pardon? The reason I ask is because my husband is out there now. He's meant to be back by rising night, but the tides didn't turn his favor. So looking forward to the fireworks, I do hope he can see them from where he is, and that we can share them together no matter how far apart we may be. That is my only request of you. Make the finale as bright and boastful as you can, so those who cannot be together this rising may share in its message. Alright there, is there anything I can do for you? You're asking about people's thought on the rising fireworks? Heh. Would have thought a great hero like yourself would have better things to do with your time, but I suppose that makes you a hero, huh? Helping people out whichever way you can. Well, I'm like most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents, most of all. Wonder if they're watching, too. Swam up from the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what's all the crashing and banging's about. It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad that they're gone, but I'm happy I'm not, and grateful to Balron for saving me and so many others. They are watching. I hope they can see me, too. See that I'm doing all right for myself, so they may sleep soundly for another 12 months. Alright, keep waiting, dearie. So what did you find out? This and this, that and that. Same here. Half I was expecting them to just look in at the pretty lights. But seems the feelings run a lot deeper than that. Memories of the calamity still sits heavy on the heart, but in rising fireworks may go to lifting that weight. Got any ideas for the grand display? What kind of thing you reckon would help lift the spirits the most? gonna go with the big brain answer here. Something grand and flashy. Do the job, alright. Ain't no little innocent among us who ain't got a drop of pirate blood in her veins. Lighting up the sky with a buccaneer and abandon would be just the way to put our own stamp on this year's festival. The rise ain't just about the morning we lost, after all. It's about remembering the struggle of those who survived to steer us to a brighter future. That's it. That's what Limsa needs this rising. Ships, cannon, a departure salute, not just for the fallen, but for those settling for sails unknown, the vision of the past and the oh-no of the future. An old bleeding armada to fill the Grandeur Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that? That's settled then. The minstrel's gonna love it. He said he'll be up by the after castle, right? I'll see you there. I'm going to be so glad when this quest line is over and I don't have to speak in this accent anymore. You know, it wasn't so bad in 2.0 when I wasn't trying to read it out loud. And now that I'm reading it out loud, it's a lot harder than it looks. Let's see, 1,500 weights of fire sand and 500 yalms from shore. Reckon we're gonna need more ships. Our intrepid adventurer returns and obviously bursting with inspiration, I take it. This and this, that and that. I see a traditional seafaring salute, not only to the memories of the fallen, but the future fortune of those that followed in its wake. Most fitting proposal, I'm sure. Yeah, thank you both, but our work ain't done yet. We need a lot of sorting out before we can put this idea into action. So much to do, so little time. If you wouldn't mind helping a little bit longer, dear, I'll be forever in your debt. Let me know when your loins are good and grinded. Girded. Words. Such grandeur is not merely a matter of crafting the fireworks properly. We prepare the coordination of many people, several who are less disposed to offer it. We who are about to set sail salute you. Yo-Yo asks you for your continued assistance in seeing your plans for the rising fireworks realized. Alright, let's get started, shall we, dearie? The plan is we're going to go up to the old fleet of ships across the bay and have them fire a broadside to the sky. Before we go about finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organizing committee. That means convincing Commander Reiner. I'll take the lead, but I ain't got the silver's tongue, nor much nobbling with the higher-ups. If you two see me struggling, put it in a word, would ya? Of course, milady, your cause is ours. Thank you, me dears. Together then to the coral tower. Dead. Commander worked his way up the ranks all the way from rock bottom to tippy top. He's sure to note the work of the Velococracy in a out, so any proposal in our favor, you'll see him through. Last privilege I had meeting with the Commodore was around the time of the calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, it was all a misunderstanding. Other than scurrilous souls that have been singing songs for sedation, but not for Reiner and his relentless pursuit of the truth, I would still be lingering in the bring. He is a shrewd investigator who brooks no equivocation, shall we then? Yeah, apparently, if I remember correctly, in 1.0, the Wandering Minstrel was in jail for most of 1.0. Wanting to make the Rising special I can fathom, but the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I imagined. Yo-Yo, do I need to remind you the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is keeping the peace? Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of this harbor, but it's sure to foment agitation among the Commodores. You know this, but you still stand to preserve with this outlandish plan? I do, Commander. Every Linsen's heart and every Orzin's heart still bears all the scars of the calamity, all the loss, the hardship, the struggle. It gets deep. The Horizon ain't just about looking to the past, it's about looking to the future, too. And it's our duty to keep watch over the folks, keep them straight and narrow like. I reckon our duty is to see them off to another year's journey, too. Well put. I accept your intentions are pure, but what of the logistics? I trust you have a plan on who exactly will be providing and paying for this fleet of yours? Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship and the rest from the black sails. Of course, I wouldn't forgive those buccaneering souls remained bound to serve the Maelstrom in times of necessity. Lady Oyoyo would have us parley with the three great pirate captains, remind them of their civic duty, it seems. Ah, that's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was fallen. Fought and died at the Cardinal as well as the rest of us. When they hear about our plans to salute all that fell, and all those who didn't, I doubt they'll answer the call again. I wish you luck in recruiting those rogues to your cause. You'll need it. Very well, then. Allow me to arrange the partly, and I shall show you success in this feat. You may consider all my remaining doubts answered. I bid you to let you go speak with the pirates, lawless marauders all. Pray that not say anything to defend them, lest we find ourselves with mutiny on our hands. I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the three factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations. We are to partly with pirates. Truly, life is a succession of unexpected events. You're forsaken with me, you two. I can hope count on your support in the next set of negotiations, after all. Of course, milady. I fear the pirates, those far-famed scoundrels of the seas, will be less biddable partners than Mandor Raynor did. Why, Riswin of the Saigan Sirens may be swayed by emotion. Calavan of the Kraken's Arms is much more of a mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, value honor and glory above all else. If there's anything ought to unite them, it's zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion, so we may inflame theirs. This passion, your answer, I've got the bleeding bucket loads. But I may need you two to jump in, because my tongue decides to tie itself in a half-inch. Just say the first thing that comes to your heads, and I'll pick up after. Come on then, dearies. Let's head over to the anchor yard and get this parley started. Thanks for coming. The reason we ask you here is... Aye, the Maelstrom summons laid it out loud and clear. You want us to help with the Horizon fireworks. The answer is no. While my sirens fire a broadside is to send our enemies to the bottom of the brim, not to paint pity pictures in the sky for drylanders to gawp at. We have better things to be doing with our time. This is a rare occasion, to be sure, but I find my opinion aligns with Wolfswind's. Our time is precious, as I am sure is yours. Let's hasten to draw these discussions to a close. I shall put it bluntly. I see no profit in this endeavor for myself and my men, unless there is something else. You would put the Admiral and the Yellow Jackets in your debt. Oh, sorry, I totally skipped that. The sheer scale of spectacle we provide should draw no doubts of lord and ladies to the realm to gather, personages of high renown and deep pockets. If they saw you lot working in and with the maelstrom, it'd do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a bag pole would queue up to do business with ye. I believe you do have a point, poorly phrased as it might be. To win legitimate business, one must project an image of legitimate businessmen. Sod your image. Any sod who's too lily-livered to trade with us, they can stick their broad pulled up. What's in it for the sirens? If you won't consider them customers, consider them quarry. Ha! You realize our days of pillage and every ship we see is long gone. Quarry my ass! The Sagan sirens aren't about the pirating life, though, are they? You run ale houses for the sick and injured with those with children, keep them busy with odd jobs as they come their way. Them hunters, the folks drawn to the city to see grand display your quarry. I see where you're going with this. Getting the girls to selling food and garg and the like, making a killing. Right, they have all the right permits from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. Maybe I could lend myself, and best way to do man's hearts is stump. And the endless back and forth between those two continues forever. What of the executioners? There's surely no dishonor in linking arms with Admiral Merwell and Maelstrom, surely. You Yellow Jacket, I want you to tell me one thing and tell it true. This is Limsa, the greatest port in all the realm. Yet you couldn't find this fleet of ships without our help. You've come begging for it. Why? Because I reckon you are the ones with who needs the Rhine the most. Black sails come together only because of Cardinal. Yet you could have upped anchor and sailed your ships off in the sunset. But no, you fought like demons on those cursed flats. Made heroes of yourself and martyrs. The way I see it, it's only right those that lost the most, where they stood to gain the least, should be the ones firing the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departed, too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more than anything else. If anyone else should be celebrating new beginnings, the shoots to new beginnings have already begun. So it's for our good, is it? Amen. Back to the Ecclesia. Send word when you're hammered out the details of this play of yours. We'll see what we can do. Aye, aye, Captain. Can't say no to you, can I? We lost a lot of good people back in Cardinal. Let's send them off with a bloody great bang. I will join you on one commission. That you're reminiscing of trauma past, you not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Do not force me to restrain you again. I never force you to do anything. Keep your hands off me. You want to keep them, you randy bastard. Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Well, I bid you adieu. My ships will not ready themselves. Those two are never going to change, are they? My hearty congratulations to both of you. It was an honor to play a supporting part, but it was your passion for the Rising that swayed them. Ah, brave gods, I could hardly speak. Thank you so much for chipping in when you did. Could never have gotten to our side without ye. Right then, time to put our finishing touches on those old plan of mine. It's going to be a wonderful, I just know it. You know, for your reward, I've given it to the minstrel. You can grab it from him. To new beginnings, lass, and may the navigator breath ever fill your sails. You did a great service, my friend, for Lady Yo-Yo and for all those who love the Rising, including myself. For that I shall be ever grateful. I expect it shall be some hours before preparations for the grand finale are complete. Maybe we can wait together. Yes. It's time for our yearly hallucination. You don't know what I mean. The Rising event always has a quote-unquote message from Yoshi P actually in-game, so... While we wait, do you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It's a song of celebration, of encouragement. For all those who sail for unknown shores, pray lend me your ears. I appear to be on a boat. Very odd-shaped boat. Hello, Moon. Greetings, Warrior of Light. This is a world that exists outside of your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy to conjure by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. Hello, Yoshida. It's a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here so I may express my gratitude. The road we have walked is long and windful, full of perils and pitfalls. But we have enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us, yet lengthy history, it does not mean a foreshort future. Many ventures yet await. We should continue to chart a course into the unknown, one that takes great diverse wonder in this wide world has to offer, and your legacy may grow even greater. To be certain, it would be less than trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furrowed path, yet venture down paths untrodden, believing in bright and glorious futures that lie beyond them is far the most rewarding. 'Tis a gift that we deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. We pray with all of our hearts that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this journey, heretofore and hereafter. Now the time has come for this vision to end, time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those looking to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color. But one thing's for certain, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky. And though the paths that lie ahead of us may lead in different directions, sometimes, someplace, they shall cross again. It is almost time for the display to begin. The consummation of our labors, through thoughts and prayers of the people of this city, a salute for the departed, and those who sail into yet unknown waters. Many adventures await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. From eastern skies to eastern sea to eastern skies, the sacred sun ascends. The voice stirs of wind, of waves, of rope, of sail, of friends, who, like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea, sets sunlight sails for foreign lands. May fortune follow thee. Her journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, and memories stir of friends yore, sleeping in watery graves. Let not our voices rise in the song disturb your endless sleep, but join us in the chorus, and you shall dream among the deep. An excerpt from an ancient mariner's song, a prayer of safe return of those who sailed over the far horizons, for the peace of those who sleep beneath the same eternal waves. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those spirits and stirs an anticipation of new adventures reach the ears of those whose adventures will end too soon. They may unite as one, a fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks. And so I can offer you my own heartfelt wish, that should you ever should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, we will meet once more in 12 months' time and look up the sky together. And there's the important one. There we go. Unlocked the toy chest. Open the toy chest. Found any Oh. The anchor yard, this rising. Southwesterly wind blows across the anchor yard. You hear her footsteps. Oh. Okay, so there's a few different encounters here. Ain't my cow Pari. If it ain't me old pal Kari. To beg for old Burfer guidance too, are you? Sid, oh, never mind. And this year's fireworks, not a bad job you made of it neither. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to keep reading these. So let's just kind of summarize here instead. So the Makote we met earlier when we were talking to the various people paid for a bottle. Made me back 100 times over with the work she's done over the years. Felt bad accepting it, but oh well, a bottle of Bacchus is a bottle of Bacchus. And cheap of the... These last two are ones that unlock only by specific content being completed, so it's specifically probably Endwalker. And explored his baby Opal. Hello there, buddy. You been alright? Hello, Dirk. Okay, that was the last of them for now. Hello everyone, this is Dragin Hikari. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe to be notified of future videos. If you have any suggestions on what you would like to see from me, feel free to comment below. Also, check out the links in the description of the video to find me on various other platforms. Thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.